Get the hell out of here, Mitch. It's a new live stream. How we doing, everyone? Welcome to a live reaction to today's State of Play. I don't have everything quite set up, so just give me a moment here. We're gonna go to here. I gotta like change the text. Obviously, to something that's about State of Play. Just gotta get this all text all switched up here and everything, so we're good to go for the show today. This is going to be a good one, guys. You see here, it starts in about 70 minutes. So you got about an hour and 10 minutes. You can obviously, the chat's already doing its thing, spamming away. They have no slow mode on their chat, so it's going nuts. You know how these streams always go. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be seeing what the hell Sony's got going on. Both from what they're publishing, what third parties are doing. It's an hour plus long State of Play. It is one of the longest State of Plays to ever exist. I went back and I was looking at prior State of Plays. They've only really had one other one that was this long that wasn't like a big E3 event. So they don't really do State of Plays this long. So they probably have a lot to show off. You know, there's some things you could see in here as an example. I know they don't need it, but yeah, GTA 6 could be here. They don't need a State of Play, but it could be. You know, Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, that's the world's worst kept secret. That could be in here. You could maybe see that God of War thing that's rumored, that spinoff potentially be here. Wolverine will not be here. That has been confirmed by the actual developers of the game, that Wolverine itself, that new game's coming out this year, will not be here. So if you were hoping to see that today, which I know some people were, unfortunately that game will not be here. But there's been some other stuff like Marathon's expected to be here. That's one that I think is even confirmed. I think the developers of the game actually confirmed that is going to be in today. So we expect to see that, which isn't a real surprise. They're going to try to give that as much marketing as they can. It's one of those live service games, and you know they got to market it, and they got to hope that people take to it, because you know live service games outside of the pre-established ones are having a very, very hard time. High Guard was one of the more recent ones that was hyped up by Jeff Keighley, and almost that entire development studio has been laid off. So like, it's not, live service games are having a very hard time in the industry right now, unless you're a pre-established one like Fortnite or Warzone or stuff like that obviously is already successful. Even Overwatch is starting to bounce back and have some of its best years since Overwatch 2 came out. But again, these are more established ones that have been around for a while. Newer ones coming in, outside of like Helldivers 2, have had a really hard time catching on. So I'm sure Sony's hoping that Marathon doesn't become another Concord situation or another High Guard situation. So we'll see. Obviously, they are the ones that got to sell people to leave other live service games to come play theirs. So I wish them luck with that. But yeah, it does look like here, let me show you here, that I think the dev team actually did confirm this. Hold on. Opening up the link here. It's going a little slow right now. It's because they're using that X cancel website, and so it's like redirects. Anyways, this comes from Gemetsu here. Marathon will be part of State of Play. So it says, hey everyone, this is from the Marathon team on Discord. We're excited to share that we'll be part of the PlayStation State of Play tomorrow. So literally comes right from the Marathon team. They will be part of the show. So that is one game we can expect to see today for sure. Surprisingly, there hasn't been a ton of leaks around the State of Play, which is rather unusual, to be honest. Usually there's a bunch of leaks for the State of Play. So it's actually kind of interesting that we don't actually know a ton of what's going to be in this. Nate the Hate doesn't even know anything that's going to be in the State of Play. Like, so whatever's in here, Sony was successfully able to like keep the lid on it and not let information get out. So that's pretty cool, actually. So good for them. So that is going to create obviously a lot of surprises today. Maybe good or bad. We'll see. You know, there's been rumors out there of things like a new Witcher 3 DLC. That's something that could appear in here. Maybe we see Witcher 4 again, potentially. I don't want to promise that, of course. Again, this is all just speculation at this point because we literally do not know. We literally do not know what's going to be in it. You know, I think the only thing that people might be expecting is a reveal of a game by Santa Monica Studio. There is a game that some insiders know is being made by Santa Monica Studio, but they haven't gotten permission to leak what the game is. But none of them know if it's going to actually be in the state of play. They just, think, hey, it's possible because they think it's supposed to come out this year, but things happen, delays happen. So yeah, it's kind of interesting because we don't really know what's happening. And then there's another event today that's like a couple hours after the Sony event. I'm not going to be live reacting to it, but I think is it Silent Hill or something like that? There's like another event today that I probably won't be live reacting to, but we'll go over it tonight on my live show. So we have our live stream still tonight at 8 p.m. Central. That's still going to be a thing. So we will be going over tonight whatever happened in that show and if there's any relevance for Nintendo at all. And obviously updating anything from this state of play that gets announced here and only has PlayStation logos. And then we find out later today, oh, actually it's also coming to Xbox or Switch 2, PC, etc. Because that's usually what happens at these events is sometimes they only have the logo for the console that the thing's built around, but then like you'll see the extra logos once the show is over. Let's get to some of your guys' ats in the chat here because this should be a pretty exciting one today. This is one of the biggest ones Sony's done, so I'm hoping that it's going to pay off. Like we thought that our direct that Nintendo did in September was going to be like this huge payoff, and it ended up kind of not being one. So we're hoping here that Sony delivers the goods.